Okay, this is my last round game. This was played on board 1. Now, before the round started, Craig Hilby and Dina Belankaya, had 4 out of 4, and they were paired. Me and my opponent, Jonathan Kogen, who's 2340 USCF, we had 3 out of 4, and we were on board 1. It wasn't because of sexism, but Dina is always on board 4. Board 4 is situated in such a way where she can stream her game. Although, to be perfectly frank, so is board 1. But they didn't put her on board 1 in the first round. They put her on board 4 because that's more fair. Highest rated player should be on board 1. Then she kept winning, and she wants to play on board 4 because all her equipment is set up. So Dina and Craig Hilby de facto were board 1, but de jure, I was board 1. So that's pretty funny. 2 people with 4-0 are on board 4. Okay, so I decided to play a Slav again because I know the Slav. He played G3. So I decided I usually put my bishop to one of these squares, play C6, E6. My opponents always know that. So I just played something else. I can't tell you why I played G6. I don't know. I've never played G6. We got to this Grunfeld. This position, taking is the best move, which I know. I just don't know any theory. I know takes, knight A3, C3, BC, C5. But I mean, I don't know anything. Theory to move 20, and I know to move 9. So I just played C6, because I play the Slav a lot, and if he takes and I take, I've had that position before. I played B3. I've had this position before, and I've played like bishop F5 and knight E4 and knight D7. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I decided to be creative. Not a good idea. Played B5. It's virtually never been played. He played knight D2, which is okay. Doesn't refute B5. And I got a passive position. And he played rook E1, and that gave me a chance. In this position, if he wants to get an advantage, he should probably play C5. Okay, but he's looking to play E4 later. Now I take, and I get a symmetrical position, a tempo down, C5, and the tempo is here. If his rook was on F1, we have the same position. So I was like, okay, his rook's on E1, so what? And the engine says he's up like 0.1. Okay, he played rook B1. I thought he'd want to like take here, and take here, and take here. So I defended my bishop. Took on C5. Engine says taking on C4 is best. I played knight C5, which is fine. He attacked my queen. I saw it. Attacked my knight. I moved my knight away. And Engine wants him to play bishop h3 here and says he's slightly better. But he played knight e5, attacking my queen. Now it says it's equal. It says for the rest of the game, nobody has an advantage. And the game goes about 40 more moves. And Engine, for the next 40 moves, says all zeros. And it says we did nothing wrong. Eventually, we start trading and getting a symmetrical kind of position. Knight b6 is a very tactical move, but I calculated the tactics correctly. I don't have to play knight b6, but it's fine. I can even take with the queen here, but I took with the pawn. He took my free bishop. I took his free knight. It's just equal. Now, if you can see the times on the clock, I had an hour left and he had 14 minutes. And I'm higher rated, so I guess I'm playing for a win. But it's all zeros. no advantage to black. Okay, now I want to play rook d3. Engine says it doesn't matter if I play rook d3. Play queen e4. I have to trade queens now. And I was playing for a win because he had less than 30 seconds and I had an hour. But it's hard to play for a win because there's no way to win. And there's a 10-second increment. So he can't lose on time unless he forgets about the clock. I thought the only way to win was to get rook and 4 versus rook and 3 and give him a passed A pawn. That's what I did. If I'm begging for a draw, I can play rook A2, rook B1, rook takes A3, rook takes B5. Most drawn position ever. So I played here, and, maybe somebody can win. Black's better here, but, he's got less than 30 seconds. But he didn't have any trouble. Not much to do. He just moved his king back and forth. Yeah, e4 gives away any hope I have of winning because he keeps checking me. But the engine just says all zeros. It says that nothing ever wins. Then I offer to draw because it just checks me forever. Can't escape the checks. The main reason I offered to draw is this was move 50, and the score sheet went to move 50, so we have to get another score sheet if I played on. No reason to play on, because he just keeps checking me. I have nowhere to hide. And if I hide on h6, which I don't think I can, and he plays rook b6, how am I supposed to win? King's on h6. Terrible. So, according to the cap score on chess.com, this was the best played game of the tournament. I didn't see the other games in the tournament and see their cap scores, but trust me, this had the best cap score. Engine said white played 98.5, and it said I played better. God damn. It says I played 98.6. I can guarantee you, in all the sections in the tournament, there wasn't a game that when it ended, both players played better than 98. I guarantee it. And that was my tournament. So I played better than the Pistons. Maybe even better than the Knicks. Maybe. So I sort of equalized in the early middle game. There were a lot of tactics and complications. Eventually things got traded. Got a symmetrical kind of position. Nobody was better. I did try to win because I had, like almost an hour and he had less than a minute. But the queen and rook ending and the rook ending are just too drawn that I can't, there's nothing to do. Just both move around. It's easy for him to make a move. So I couldn't trick him. If it was a different kind of equal where I could sort of spice the game up, then, maybe I have some winning chances.